Hello and welcome everyone. Sorry for the slow start for a bit, but I needed to work on getting my hotkeys set up again. Now then, today we are going to be taking on the rest of the main side stories that actually had an impact on the story. So, we are going to be, that are longer than a single quest really. So we are going to be taking on Wonderland, then Colorless, and then Penpals, which is, let's see, become a Death Knight, which will definitely carry us over to the, over to above level 40, which will allow us to get a bunch of new weaponry and, of course, get us a bunch of great looking and get us out of doing basically anything to do with the potions ever again. So, Falcon Reach, let's do quests Wonderland. Arya went wandering to look for rare pets, and I haven't heard from her in weeks. Let's help Serenity. We're getting more and more worried. Please look for someone who can help you save Arya. I still need to find someone to help me get Arya free from the Queen of Tarts. You could certainly try... No. Better to try the Kitty Pillar for help rescuing Arya. He's quite knowledgeable, if a bit introspective. That sounds like a plan. How do I get there? Wonder! You'll come across him if you're lucky. Then wonder we shall. Let's see. Almost enough to take care of the Archionaut. And that was quite an interesting experience. Hey, it's a young Gananana. Gananana, who you might not remember, but is in the sync file, or rather, the Rubina the Hood area of the game. Sorry, I was thinking about Syncophobe because that is the character we have on the our loading screen today. Ooh. Now then, that is a worrying amount of damage he did to me. And since he inflicts a DOT, I can't actually do anything about it with becoming deathless and standing on the edge of death. Luckily, I can still heal with my potions. Okay, heal. Okay. Let's see if this will be enough. Okay, that's enough for that one. And then we can slowly take care of the Opticlops. Well, we also gain more than enough HP. Hello? Excuse me? Sir, could I trouble you for a moment? Oh, he won't answer you. That's just rude. I'm being perfectly polite. Kitty Pillar is quite capricious. He won't answer you when he's pondering his philosophies. You'll need to be much more forceful if you want his attention. But he knows something that will help me? Oh yes! He definitely knows something. Let's see then. No weakness we can take advantage of. Plenty of weaknesses we don't need to take advantage of though. Let's start by reaping them. Distracted by bubbles. Damn, that's a lot. Minus 20 boost, eh? Weaken. Let's see. Yes, I had the correct. So 3 turns left. That means this one then this one, and then the Doom Knight for, or Doom Knight Slash, or whatever it is. Dread Blade. Unfortunately, Doom Knight armor items we don't have yet, so we can't make Cursed Strike deal more damage. We can, however, make this happen. The OTs. And since he does not afflict them himself, let's see how much HP we have left over at the end of this. Who are you? I'm Jaina. Yes, but who are you? Jaina of lore? You are asking, are you unsure? Oh no, I'm fairly certain I'm me. That is admirable. So many aren't sure of themselves. Which brings me to my next question. What are you? Last I checked, I was a human death knight, with heroic aspirations. When? What's with the interrogation? I didn't come here to play 20 questions. I need help, and fast. Couldn't I get to ask a question once in a while? Fine, fine, hasty human, full of strife. No appreciation for the deeper mysteries of life. Rush, rush, making haste, nothing ever to your taste. Ask away, I haven't got all day. Did you just start talking in rhyme? Yes, that was a very observant question. Good day. No, wait, I mean, please, that wasn't my question. I need to know how to help my friend Arya. She's the prisoner of the Queen of Tarts. You won't get any more answers out of him. It's just if you. It's best if you just make your way to the Mad Haberdasher. He'll know how to help you. Did you know this the whole time? Of course! Why didn't you tell me before? I wouldn't have had to go through all this. You never asked. Hello, Bishop, and nice to see that you're here and actually can watch. Who are you? And we got the mighty Ashara, which we will sell. Unless it is a very pretty blade. It is not, so let's sell it. Oh yeah, right. We got a special with this blade. Quests Wonderland, Mad Haberdasher. Good luck! I hope you'll find the help you need this week. Just who is the Mad Haberdasher? You said he could help, but after everything else I've seen here in Wonderland, I'm a bit wary. One doesn't try to explain the Mad Haberdasher. That would be like asking why the sound of one hand clapping is annoying. But one hand can't. Exactly. So, you want to be off. If you're late, you won't get any tea cake. Tea cake? It's cake. You serve tea. He bakes them himself. You're in for a treat. A mocking turtle. Let's see, I think this special is on attack. So let's see if we can't get it out of here once in a while. Lemon parsnip tea. Jobber wacky. He's quite wacky. I'm here, but also supervising homework. Well, nice to hear that you don't have Nick just not doing anything, Mike. So, what are we doing? We are taking on the Wonderland saga, wherein Arya takes on the role of Alice in Wonderland, and we take on the role of a concerned parent who is wondering what is going on. Mostly we were trying to figure out how to get Arya out of the prison cells of the Queen of Tarts. I am also at the moment trying to see if I can't get the special for this weapon to show up, because it apparently has a special, a non-attack one at that. But it hasn't happened so far. And after this, we... Well then. That was awesome. But yeah, after that we will... Hello, Skull. How are you doing? But yeah, after that we will take on, depending on time, either a colorless, a three quest, quest long quest chain, or if we have a bit more time left over, which probably likely, we will be taking on the Penpal quest line, because that one actually features the backstory of one of the spies in the finale. And you're glad that you can finally catch a stream live for once. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, Skull. Now then, we're almost at level 40. Just half a level to go. Means that we can almost get the relics in order to fully charge this blade. And, you know, actually use the second gimmick of this class. Alright. Ah! The Met Haberdasher. Why, Toggett! Is this the party you were tardy for? Am I late? Depends on whose watch you're using, doesn't it? It looks like I'm not wearing a watch. Do you think you're on time? Yes? Excellent. Have a tea cake. What are you? I'm a dormouse. What happened to you? I was a mouse doing mousy things. Then I ate some of his cake flour. I think I'm full, thank you. Oh, hello, Varric. Lots of people hanging out here today. I'm pretty sure I'm empty. Maybe 7/5 full. Except that would be over full, which I'm not. So that fraction is wrong. Have some tea. I'd really just like to ask you for some help, if that's alright. Certainly. I'm excellent at providing advice you'd never think to ask for. Like, if you only turn left, you'll never get to where you want to go. Or, plants explode if you soak them in nitroglycerin and then put them on fire elementals. That's one I learned the hard way. How does a fire elemental put on pants? Quickly! Right, of course. What about my question, though? My friend Arya is trapped by the Queen of Tarts, who thinks she's trying to steal her tart recipe. I need to come up with a way to save her without committing regicide. I got the feeling that's frowned upon here. Pretty much, yep. Yes, killing the Queen would mean you'd lose your head. So, how do I convince the Queen to let Arya go? Well, when I want something that someone doesn't want me to give me, I give them a gift. Isn't that like a bribe? Nope, it's to make them like you more. If they like you more, they'll give you things. If they give you things, you're more likely to get what you want. You want your friend released. I still think that sounds like a bribe. Then do it. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. Doris. No, I would rather not eat Cispro's cake. We're already going to do that once, and that's horrid enough. think less. So let's see. The queen likes to bake. You like to bake. You know any recipes that the queen doesn't? All of them. You know all the recipes that the queen doesn't? Yep. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Can you teach me one to make for the queen? Can you stand on your head? No. Neither can I. How about learning schnozberry tartlets? That would be wonderful. Hopefully she'll trade the tarts for Arya's freedom and we can finally go home. I just have one more question. Do you keep putting on new hats when I'm not looking? Of course not. I only have one hat. But it keeps changing shape. It gets bored quickly. Very quickly. And that's his role, everyone. This is about as much sense as he makes. Ever. And we get Highland headwear. Which we're probably not even going to wear, because at that point we will be using a better helmet. At least for this class. And we can definitely sell this one to get some more coin. I also need to pull up at least one thing. Dragonfable.com. Design notes. Let's see, I think it was March or February that had... Yeah. Okay. Now that I have that pulled up. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, it gets a bit trying sometimes. It was a bit tasteless in the finale, but still. It is quite hilarious. Now then, let's face the Queen of Tarts. The Mad Haberdasher has a plan. Good luck seeing it through. You know what? You should just take her whole snoshberry bush. Thanks. It's a good thing I have some room in my pack somewhere. A little smushing does very good, if you like squished berries, that is, which I do. Oh, right, I'm not using the correct stance. I should be using the offensive or consuming presence. Deals quite a bit more damage. A knave of spades. Of course, she would favor skeletons with spears. I think I'm actually at an all-time high in viewer count. Because I don't think I've ever had 6 viewers at the same time. Trumpeter Flamingo, Knave of Tarts, and Knave of Spades. Now then, with this I can take my time and get a bit more healing out of it. Right. And then Unholy Shadows it up. And one knave of spades later, we go on to the next screen. And this is why you have pets with you. Kitty Petter, why would the queen impressing you? Well, this brings back memories. The queen... Stop doing that! It's just creepy when you appear like that. As I was saying, the queen asked him his opinion about her darts. He was so busy contemplating the hypothetical interaction between a tusker and a carpenter that he failed to respond. You mean he ignored her like he ignores me? Exactly. Her being queen, she took exception to that and ordered the guards to take his head. They were so captivated by the bubbles he blew, though, that they protested this until she commuted his sentence to imprisonment. The guards come here on their off hours and to sit and watch the bubbles float. That makes about as much sense as anything else in this game. Arya! Oh, Jaina, please help me. All I've been given to eat are burnt tart leftovers. And she's a bad baker. I'm so hungry. I will get you out of here as soon as I can. I promise. And more fights. That came in handy. I will probably, yeah, need to heal up a bit. Ah. Okay, I could hit him. Yeah, that's just soul rip. Or soul steal. Whichever one it is. Blood tap. This is what comes to mind if I see think of a blood gem, by the way, Varric. Which one of you is responsible for this monstrosity? It was totally his idea. What? You're not putting the blame on me again, Fred. It took me a week of stumbling around to find my head last time. Suck it up, buttercup! My girl will kill me again if I'm late tonight. It's our 150th anniversary of our first kiss. You don't even have lips! Well, I guess it's kinda like a headbutt, or a love headbutt, or something like that. Enough! I did not give you permission to use my kitchen. I was just trying to cook up something to help me over. You haven't really made much sense. Off with your ads! And even when I ask questions, you're not allowed to talk. Your Highness, it's never hard to find you. Ow. Psst, let's make a break for it while she's not looking. Oh yeah. You again? And here in my inner sanctuary, no one is allowed in my kitchen without my permission. Guards! Guards? I think your guards remember me. Fine, I'll have to handle you myself. Off with your head! The Queen of Tarts. Well then. Let's see just how quickly we can get it done. And then oh great, time to ban a bot. Let me see. Ban and ban. Bots banned. Yes, Dreadblade. Bots for days. I'm so happy that these enemies don't deal in damage. That these don't deal DOTs. Okay, heal and quickly, because apparently she's still alive. That's not supposed to be the case, but whatever. Let's go. And we've beaten the Queen of Tarts. Your Highness, I just need to talk to you. Once we speak, I'll leave your queendom peacefully. Very well. What is it that you want? My friend, the one you've imprisoned, Ariel? Ah yes, the little spy sent to steal my tart recipe. She's not a spy, she doesn't want your tart recipe, and to prove that we come and will leave in good faith, I have a new tart recipe for you. And even the ingredients to make it. Oh, really? Just let me find it in my pack. Russell, that's not it. I know it's in here somewhere. Found it! What is that? That is a snushberry bush! Are those noses on the bush? Of course not! Those are berries! I did say it was a berry bush, Your Highness. They're magically nutritious. Just try it! Pick one! I should really want you. The berries... they really smell. Is she unconscious? Pretty much. Now would be a great time to save Arya. Later would be a worse time. Did you know the berries would do that? Yep. They're delicious. Want one? No? What about you, Jenna? I'm just going to go rescue Arya now. And hey, where's your hat? Oh, that! It decided to go on a strike. So I'm headless now. Well, I'm off to rescue Arya. Enjoy your berries. Mm-hmm. Who knew? Well, who knew that the snowsberry bush would have that reaction? The Mad Haberdasher, of course. And we got an emerald key. Oh! You need 3 of these, and they are rare drops, in order to unlock a special shop in a timed event, the Lucky Days, which is this version of what's it called? Of St. Paddy's Day, but whatever. St. Patrick's. Let's see. Well, let's sell this one for a bit more room. And this one as well. And then back and leave. The scope piercer should really be sold. And that one can go into the bank, so let's then dump this one in the bank. Okay, and then sell the skull piercer. Nothing, but whatever. Okay then, let's go to Pop Sprocket. Where is it? Well then, this is embarrassing. And there it is. Now then, this is where we have pen pals. Jenna, can you help me? Sure, little guy. What do you need? I have a firm grasp of adventurous physiology, and I won't hesitate to imply that wisdom to make you revise your postulate that I am a child. Yes, sir. How can I help you? Since we've been locked out of town, we've lost access to our mail services. I need you to deliver for me to my friend. Let me just quickly show this one. Snoo. Snoo? Snoo. She lives down in the jungle where the outside ore is mined. She's somewhat of a hobbyist herself and collects oddities. We've never met, but Snoo has been a wonderful pen pal. Please, could you take her this letter? Yes, sir. And now back to showing the death blade. So, from hero who saved the world to mailman. Well, at least we'll get the experience we need. Bunch of swamp things that I don't want to fight. in den. Huh. Okay. I'll report that, but I don't think anything can be done about that. This has to be the place. I wonder if he realizes that Snow is a giant. I think I'll just leave the letter and get out of here before she gets back. Now then, we have delivered the letter. Let's investigate then, shall we? Shayna, did you get that letter to Snow? Yeah, so Zap, how much do you really know about Snow? Just what she's written in her letter. She's an avid collector of many things. Apparently her habit has grown to include a zoological aspect as well, which I just find fascinating. I've been invited to visit, but with the constant threat of cyclones, I do not wish to leave my friends here to fight alone. Maybe I better check Snow out some more. That plushie cabinet is quite a bit of DCs. Or is it DCs or just gold that it costs? Whatever. It's quite a pricey plushie cabinet. That's what I was saying mainly. These are all characters that we've met in some capacity or the other. Except, I think, him we haven't met yet because he is a holiday villain. But the rest we've all met. Yes, we've all met them. Maybe not her either. I think we did though. But what is a Sneevil doing here, and more importantly, what is a bunny lass doing this far from sea? And the Chaos Weaver. And now this is starting to stink. And the DRT finished it off. But this is basically every single house item you can get in the game, at this point at least. And since the house item system is a horror equaling most eldritch horrors, yeah, you can understand probably why Verlerius, I mean, is not quite as happy as some might think he should be in taking on the task of creating more house items. No, those were limited edition. What, the weapons? No, the pen pals. How dare you come in here and mess with my things? The pen pals? You mean you've been collecting people? Like you want to talk. I saw all the pets in your backpack. Now I need to build up my collection again. I should start with a death knight. Now then, let's fight. Against Snoo. After Snoo the Giant. Luckily she has less health than some of her rarer collectibles. And apparently a club that will try its hardest to miss me. Let's see how stupid an idea this is. Because I'm pretty sure my shield just wore off. Yes, yes it did. Let's investigate. Heal up. Or as close to it as we can. That clock, by the way, matches your computer clock. You've defeated Snoo and freed the trapped pen pals. Now then, let's see how thankful Zap is. New pen pal. Shayna, Snoo won't write to me any longer, thanks to you. You have to help me get a new pen pal now. I'm sorry about Snoo, but I think you'll be happier not writing to her. I'll help you deliver something to your new pen pal, though. I've heard of a young girl in a town called Emptyville. She has a keen interest in botany and has discovered a few rare species. Please deliver this letter to Thursday and let me know if she wishes to respond. Sure thing, Zap. Let's go visit my favorite place. It is, in Book 3, home to my favorite set of lesbians after all. Also, it's just nice atmosphere here. And a gargoyle, because of course there is a gargoyle. pumpkin slice is pumpkin sliced. And then unholy shadows. Avoid the gargoyle, beat up the zombie. Let's heal up after this fight. And I think that we might be able to make it through the last side story for that I wanted to do today too, which would be quite nice, because then next week we could start with a book 2. The intermission book, really. There is also a class where you turn yourself into a zombie, or Zardby in that case. That class is one of the best defensive classes, which is kind of hilarious. Hi Jaina, I haven't seen you in ages. What brings you back in to Amityville? Hey Thursday, I actually have a note for you. Did you lose it? Don't worry, Jaina. I'm sure someone will find it. Uh-oh. Hopefully someone will find the lost package and return it. Hopefully someone will. And hopefully it won't have too severe consequences. Jaina, I have need of a hero, and you definitely owe me one, at least. What do you have in mind, Seb? I've heard of tales of another floating city, of the Ares Barrel Spire, though not as advanced as Pop Sprocket. I still find it fascinating. The group is presided, the city is presided over by a group of battle masters. Would you be so kind as to take this letter to Kelia? There aren't any monsters that I know of in the battle spire, Seb. I know the mail is slow, but do you really need a hero for this delivery? Well, my package contains the proposal to study the rudimentary technology that keeps their city afloat. In most cities, such a proposal would be met with red tape. Ares has a unique way of cutting through that, though. It's more of a winner-take-all philosophy, you could say. I think you're the perfect person for the job. Be careful though. If a competitor is there, you won't see them until it's time to fight. To Ares! Yay! Let us fight. Let's fight Jarrod the warrior. Who unfortunately has probably appropriately leveled gear. Or somewhat appropriately leveled gear at least. Yeah, let's do this. With this specific combo. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Poofles. And spots missed again. Ooh, that does mean that I can't do my normal finisher for this. Because I can't be... Oh, he has unleveled potions. That is great at least. Because I can't be affected by ADOT. Deals fire damage. And there's a warrior. Luckily no real resistances to water. Unluckily, he is a warrior. And I'm not appropriately leveled and equipped for this. Not at all. Should have known something was wrong when I didn't lose health as fast as I thought I should. And of course, you do not get experience from fighting other characters. Because why would you? Yeah, let's stand on the edge of death. In the area's battle spire it usually isn't a problem, but then you get to heal in between fights. Nice job, Shayna. You took out all those other contractors with no problems. Having everyone who has to has a package to deliver have to fight their way through the hordes of other heroes can't be very efficient for you guys. We get so much less junk mail that way though. Now, what did you have for me, Jaina? A letter from the gnome, Zap, one of the residents of Pop Sprocket. He wanted to know more about the battle spire and how you keep it afloat. We use magically treated ore mined from the southern jungles. It's really quite extraordinary. Azadar. Our supplier was a giantess, I believe. If your friend wants to know about what keeps Ares afloat, she is the one he should write to. I'm sure I have her name around here somewhere. Thanks, Kyria. I really should go now though. Thanks for the info. Whoever could it be? And let's turn this metal into a bit of gold. Because I already tried to do the grind once, I'm not going to do the grind again. Sherwood and Gnome Napped. Jaina, I have another letter that needs delivering. This should be an easy task for you. The recipient lives in the woods near Falco Ridge. Another letter. Jeez. The ranger, Robina, has been fighting the bandits in the woods of Sherwood for years. I wish to know more about her tactics against them. They might be of some help here. I fought against the bandits in Sherwood, Zap. I'm not sure Robina will be able to lend any more knowledge than me. Yes, I've seen how well you deal with people. I still haven't heard back from Sanu. I'd like to hear from Robina herself, please. She's been dealing with the bandits and forest mobs for years and is an accomplished ranger. Well then, to Sherwood and to getting experience again. Nice on the crit. The Dark Wolf bandits are always so easy to deal with though. Early book one, or well, mid book one really. These guys don't scale that well past the first 20 levels, which is all that they had available, so, you know, not really much they had to worry about. But for us it's kind of a bit annoying. Luckily not all of them fall under the qualification of really ridiculously strong one. Though these do deal more damage. They are way less of the Jaina, how are you? Alright. It seems the bandit seems to be out in force today, though. Really? I haven't noticed. I've been too busy redistributing some gold. What brings you to this neck of the woods? I have a letter for you from Bob Sprocket. Zap, one of the gnomes there, was wondering if you could tell him about your bandit fighting tactics. Jane, you're a much better candidate to give advice on hero tactics. I just try to aim through. I'll let Zap know what I can. The most important thing is to keep fighting. As long as they don't give up, I'm sure they'll get their city back. Thanks, Robina. I'll let him know. And we've successfully delivered another letter. However, Zap has disappeared. Has he been gnome-napped? Huh. Zap? Zap? Huh. Where'd the little guy go? Oh, wow. That's a giant footprint. And it looks like the trail is leading into the steam tunnels. Well, let's save Zap. Ooh, we finally have a healing point in one of these quests. And now, Bishop, we are facing bots for days. Let's see if we can't quickly take care of these all and save the little guy. I have no clue what the correct route is. Hey there, Shiny! We are trying to save someone who got kidnapped, probably by his previous pen pal. Which makes more sense in context, but still doesn't really make a lot of sense. And one last hit. Now running back to get my HP back. Because that is actually kind of important. Because if you don't have HP, you can't take hits, you can't sacrifice your HP for more power, and you can't regenerate it. We are about to get enough XP following this quest, probably. Otherwise, I will just go ahead and farm out the 6 medals that we need for now. Oops. Because you need 6 medals to turn into the 6 base relics for Death Knight. And then for 10 levels we're stuck with level 40 items. Following that for 10 levels with level 50 and so on until level 90. You again. Stop following me. What? Me? Following you? Yes, first you come and mess with my collection, then try to get Zap a different pen pal, and then you try to mess with my azide supply job. You were collecting people. I'm not going to let you take Zap too. They were still my friends. Plus, do you have any idea how expensive it is to live in a giant house in the jungle? The cost to ship ice from Drake's farthest to cool it is insane. Wait, you were selling them too? What? They were crazy? They were my roommates. You collect roommates? I collect everything. It gets expensive, so I try to write and find friends who want to come and help, and you just come in and chase them all away. So you're not trying to know Napsap? No, you thick-headed hero. Snoo is here to help. In exchange, I'm going to develop a cooling system for our house. And an abatement qualification system. It will be wondrous. Everyone is going to be clamoring for Zap's amazing AC system. You rescued. Well, you found Zap. Now then, that is the origin of the giant spy that somehow was unobserved in Bob Sprocket. Now then, let's get us our medals. Save Moonrage. To battle. These at least have a weakness to water. Same as these, I think? No, these are just immune to fire. We got one and that Slayer badge. And then we get a level up. Oops. Whatever. Let's then leave. Other classes, Death Knight, more. Items, Death Knight items. One helmet, one cloak. These will be better than my other items, and they actually look cool. Let's sell the others then. Okay. Now then, this will okay. The cape and helm will give you defensive resistances. If you have a defensive relic equipped, you gain +5 all resistance for each relic of any category you have equipped. However, if you have both relics equipped, you'll gain an additional +10 all resistance. So if you have all relics equipped, you would gain a +40 all resistance. Because there are 6 relics, and you gain the +10 from your from having both defensive relics. Now then, let's look at the sword in here. It is partially charged. Yeah. And as you can see, I have 15 all resist, which I wouldn't get from just my items. Let's see then. Yeah, just crit him. And then the last ones. So now let's farm out the last 4 of these in one run. And I am currently at 1, so 3 more should do the job. Oh yeah, and now that we have some of our Death Knight relics, Cursed Strike is actually going to deal more damage than a normal attack. Usually. Of course I'm using the defensive presence, so, you know, healing, which doesn't quite help. And then this final attack. Oh, I had hoped this would actually be the final attack. Ooh, the special happened for once. Ooh, nice. Arctic's missed one. And we get the joke wave as our last wave. Now, isn't that just delightful? Other classes, Death Knight, more to the tomb. Now then, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now then, we can equip them all. And show. And special. Now we have a proper Death Knight attire. We will need a bunch of upgrade items, but at the end we will be able to find these, the unhallowed items, which are quite a bit prettier. And then of course in the end we will also upgrade them all the way to the Zeklam versions in the end. Now then, let's finish off today by showing off the true power of a Death Knight in colorless. Never say die. Now a fully charged blade. We deal quite a bit more damage. And we heal a bit more as well. Okay, so according to the design notes, the Death Knight relics have a very large impact on skills. They are split in 3 categories: blade and belt for offensive, cape and helm for defensive, ring and amulet for utility. So if you have an offensive relic equipped, and only if you are in consuming presence, you gain +5 bonus boost and crit for each relic of any category that you have equipped. However, if you have both relics equipped, and again only if you're in consuming presence, you gain that boost as well as an additional +10 boost to crit. So all would be a +40 to bonus boost crit. For cape and helm is defensive, and you gain +5 all resist for any relic you have equipped. If you have both equipped, both defensive relics equipped, you get +10 additional all resistance. So if you have them all equipped, you will gain a total of +40 all resistance. And then the ring and amulet for utility, these follow a similar pattern: +5 for stat for each relic, and then +10 if both are equipped. However, their impact on the specific skills differs, and will return, will be addressed. So Garb of Undeath, the defensive skill that I usually use, had its duration reduced, but the avoidance effect increases by 5 per relic. So first it was, I think, 125. It goes up to 150, I think. No, 155. Obliterate had a bunch reduced. Let's see then. All res and crit reduction for Inspire Weakness is based on your relic relic count. It goes from minus 30 to minus 50. DOT damage for Soul Slash is based on your relics from 80% base, 40% base to 80% base. The Blood Tap also increases based on your number of relics from 8% which it heals without relics to 12% max HP with relics. Consuming Presence DOT from Necrotic Shift, Healing Presses, HOT all increase based on your relic count. Unholy Will is an all resistance increase, and that gets ridiculous. Plus 60 all resist if you get them. And as you can see, a relic barrier is quite strong, and that lasts for a single turn because otherwise it would be quite overpowered. Now then, Unholy Shadows. That, however, is the big downside. You're stuck dealing darkness damage. And unfortunately, that means that you can't always take full advantage of it all. Let's take on this. And yes, we just got a flying squirrel thrown at us, yes. Jaina, I'm glad to see you. It's always good to see you too, Rubina. And Sneagle here, of course. Someday he'll have learned his lesson that I can untie him. So, Sneagle, who do these boxes belong to? All bugs belong to Sneevel. We like small bugs, we like big bugs. And you cannot buy? Poor Sneagle. It's not looking like today is your release day, little buddy. Nope. So, Rubina, what's going on with the trees and grass around here? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Earlier today I heard a boom and the ground shook. And then the color started leaching from the trees and ground. It doesn't look like the bushes or flowers are affected yet, but who knows? Something must have happened. Do you have any idea what could have caused it? Perhaps a partial infection of green magic matrix of the area? Have you been talking to Cicero? Yes! Right. Let's assume, for now, it's not that. Please go look around and see what you can find. And we can use the Death Knight Blade again. And we cannot. I should really remember which ones we can and which ones we cannot use it on. These ones we can use it on. So that's 12% of our total HP that we just healed. That one we cannot use it on. Luckily, it's still, you know, a lot of all resist that we gain. And Death Knight Blade again. But yeah, shiny, these are kind of disgusting. At least, as long as we keep the Death Knight belt on, we can keep to dealing a lot of damage that way and getting the benefits. And with that taken care of the Seeing Eye Schlag, let's switch back to Karen's Dagger. Ah, Jaina, I suspected you would be appearing soon. What is that? It is a machine. Yes, I can see that, but what does it do? It explodes, unfortunately. I did not calibrate the depigmentation mechanics correctly, and well, boom! Have you seen what's happening to Sherwood Forest? It's being leached of color. Well, yes, it was being leached of color. That was the plan. To use all natural plant dyes to color the robes for the druids. They are very concerned that their clothing is organic. And they ask you to build this? Exactly, unfortunately. The machine blew up, and so the fractal recyclator is kaput, so the colors will not be put back in. Can you fix it? Well, well, is that a no? I could use a colleague to consult with, but I have none of my caliber in the vicinity. You won't ask the gnomes? I mean, the gnomes? Never. They toss me out of their city. I will not go to begging to them for help. Got it. I'll find different help then. Non-gnome originating help. And dice. We'll need to get the color back in the land. See that you do. That's Dr. Voltabolt. The usual suspect during Thanksgiving. Or well, the Voltabolts are. Or well, Thanksgiving really. Because yes, that is what it is called around here. And let me sell Lucrezia's ring. And Olaf's prize. And the hard owl rub, I guess. Die another day. So that's what happened. That's quite a colorful story, Jaina. So now I need to find Die first thing, and then find non-gnome help. If only there were Sneevil engineering geniuses. Sneevil's smart. Sneevil's box smart. Not Tinker Motor Room smart. Boxes are important. Booms aren't. If I had a Steeple who thought booms were important, we'd be all set. Ah, well, I'll think about where to get help later. First things first, I'll find the die. What about the dump site? Many things in the dump site. Stupid things inside boxes, making boxes full. So annoying. Good idea, Rowena. I'll check there first. Ah, burlap. Burlaps are annoying golems, but not really dangerous. And the Volt Dragon. Oh. Alright, burlap. Now then, let's see if we can't find some dye here. You could probably find a lot of different dyes here. If only we had a machine that could successfully extract dye from nature. The title of this book is Boxes, How to Shut Them So They Can't Be Reopened. Now, that is a useful book. So annoying that this doesn't have a force element on one of its attacks. Of course, that forced element would probably be darkness, which is the opposite of what we want, but yeah, can't have everything. And burlap and thistlock. A thistlock of unusual size though. Let's see if we can't get through it like that. Yep, just as I feared, that is the one that deals the most damage. So that's the one we take out first. Right, I guess. And that's that taken care of. And it smelled so bad. Sounds like it was really dirty business. It was. I got into a heap of trouble with the monsters on the damn side. But I did find some dye. But what about the broke machine? How will you get that fixed? Oh, I came up with a plan at the dump site. Vaultabout won't know what he's looking at when I'm done with all the preparations. You aren't going to... Of... Yes, I am. Off to Pop Sprocket. Maybe you won't need to die another day. You'll be able to die today. Ooh, and we got Tidal Tidebreaker knives, which seems like a good weapon for an alternative weapon. Once we reach level 46, so we can then get rid of Charon's daggers. Of course, we could also heal and take care of our destiny daggers to be. Now then, the last colorless, live and let die. So that's my plan. What do you think? Will it work to fix Vaultable's diabolical mistake? It's really a do or die situation. Okay, I'm done. If you can find a volunteer willing to masquerade like that, you're welcome to use them. It's a shame Vaultable, or Balti as I call them, has fallen so far. So very, very far. He had such promise. Hey, love is to see more people playing the F. You got a good voice for a Yixtal. I'll just be lurking, but I hope you stream as well. Thanks for the follow, Windslicer. And yeah, I stream every week this time, and I do voice acting for all the characters, so you'll probably get a laugh out of most of them. We have completed book 1 2 weeks ago, and this is just wrapping up the side stories from quest chains longer than one singular quest. This is the last of those, so next week we will be starting book 2. You know, I never understand why think dentistry is a dark art. Oral hygiene is very important. You know, dentists stick sharp pointy tools into people's mouths, and who knows what they do with all those teeth they pull out. Besides, we can never get minty flavored dental floss here in Pop Sprocket. That is a tragedy. Go find the volunteer. Watch out for the cleaning machines, though. They are recycled cyclones, and every so often they short out and attack people. We really need to fix that. Trash compactor. Oh yeah, these all aren't resistant to darkness. So that means that I can actually use the Death Knight blade and use this class to its full advantage. Let clean machine. A spray bot. And what was the other one? Another clean machine, or something different for once? Soul tap, or blood tap rather. Ah no, it was a clean machine and a spray bot at the same time. Ooh, dangerous. Unholy shadows are enough to take care of all of these, so... Well, I don't really need to worry about it. I wonder if any of you remember who lives in this area of Bob Sprocket. Because I think I know who we're going to get for help. Though, it's been such a long time that I could be completely wrong. So. Hello, Jaina. I see you made it past our broken cleaning tools. Think, boy, do I have a favor to ask of you. Long involved the description of the situation and plan to fix things. It's an interesting plan that would be pretty amusing if we can pull it off. With enough proper green dye and the proper accessories, no one will be able to tell. Looking ahead, I see this plan succeeding. Is he always this mysterious? Yep, we're pretty fond of it actually. Keeps things interesting. And you think the machine should be easy to fix? It's really a simple problem. For one of my talents, definitely. Then let's go. We've got to get you ready still. Football, may I introduce you to Sneaks? He's a Sneevil engineering genius. What? I had no idea the Sneevils had the engineering knowledge. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I can see from here that you need to tighten the flux valve on the depigmentation unit, and the pigmentation flux valve need to be tighter. Also, wrap hole in tube with tape made from ducks. Good, sticky tape. I tweak other things. You'll be fine. You pay me in gold, yes? Yes, gold boxes. You want boxes, Sneaks, remember. Gold boxes. Sneaks love boxes. Want boxes as payment. Yes, Sneevils craves the boxes. I have metal boxes, not gold. Would that work for you? That will be just fine. Now, Doctor, would you please hand Sneaks the dice? No, Jaina, I expect you to hand him the die. Sneaks not care who. Sneaks just need die. With the shudder and the sputter, the machine comes to life. After a couple hours pass, the machine, it works. And it looks like the rest of the forest is back to normal too. Sneaks do excellent work, yes? Would you consider coming and working with me? I could use an assistant. I don't think that's such a good idea. Sneaks very busy. King has many plans. No time to help dentist. Well, that is too bad. But thank you for the help. And you too, Jaina. Now that the machine is working again, the druids will have the dye they need for their clothes. Jaina, I'm so glad to see things are normal again. And Dr. Voltebel sent over this adorable little metal thing as a thank you for your help. That's a monster from the dump site. He says he rewired it so that you can use it as a pet. Oh, for a dark dentist, Voltebel is not such a bad guy. Sneevel is better. Rummage pet. And you can buy a pet from here. Rummage. Huh. These can be stored in the bank too. But no. Let's just complete the complete the quest. Phew. Everything is back to normal. And you got a little rummage monster as a pet. And a dire dagger. Let's see what does it look like to see if we want to keep it. We don't want to keep it. So let's just sell it. Now then, we went level up this stream. That means that we need to do one final set of potions. So then, pretzel root, doom dirt and banana bush. Should be fine. Still quite proud that I managed to do that one. To figure out that you don't need to fight that forest fury over there. You just need to be pixel perfect. Not that difficult. That's the dune dirt. And now then, the pretzel root. Oh. Don't forget the pretzel root itself, as you have done multiple times. Now then, last level, and start a test. This pattern. And then the final health potion that we will ever brew like this. And we have completed it. And now we have learned everything. And the only way that potions improve now is by just improving our own level. Until you're level 90, which is at max, when they are quite a bit better. Okay, Arriva, Horme, Gelf, Rubel and Duosor. Damn, that's from every single end of the map. Well, at least Arriva is nice and easy to remember. It's at the arrival area. Actually, I think we also needed that one up there. Yes, we needed a Gelf. Oh yeah, Usor. Huh. Oh yeah, I thought that Gelf was the one that was all the way up there, but that's Varish, I think. Yeah, Varish is the one all the way up. So then, let's take the test. One. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. heat. 9. 10. 11. 12. And now we never need to do these again. Ever. And isn't that awesome? Now then, let's see. The Crystal Cave is a fun class to do for the last bit. But let's talk. It figures that I would buy an inn that is already haunted. I can't make a single gold at this rate. I knew it was too good to be true. Please, would you investigate and see what you can find out? Maybe you can put a stop to them. Of course, immune to darkness, but low level enough that it doesn't really matter. Let's help out the pretty lady managing the inn, shall we? Greetings, traveler. Have you come to rest at the inn? Alright. My name is Mary Gray. I own this inn and tavern. Or, I once did. Things have been gone very confusing lately. You might be more confused than you think. The owner of this inn is Ranty, and you look, well, I can see through you. Ah, that's right, I often forget. I died, didn't I? Looks that way. I'm sorry. Oh, it's alright. At least I get to stay in the inn that my family built, and I have plenty of company. Ghost? What can you tell me about what you know about all the ghosts wandering around the halls of the inn? It seems as if there is a great darkness growing in the land. All these spirits are answering the call. Call? What's calling them? I'm not certain. All I know for sure is doom. Just the word. Doom. The spirits are normally like me, peaceful. They are happy to remain where they can roam in peace. But being drawn here has made them forget. I can remember most of the time, because I'm still here in my home, but others are misplaced and have grown angry. And they have lost their way and their minds, and they are lashing out at you, the living. I hope things can go back to the way they were. I miss the peace in my inn. I will try and take care of them for you. Thank you, Death Knight. I would like that very much. But take care, the Soul Keeper resides in the attic. He is a powerful spirit and will not leave peacefully. Good luck. Now, that was informative. So something to do with Doom is calling them here. And the only thing really Doom that we have, the Twin Blades of Doom, were bought from someone just outside Falcon Rage. Ooh, a potion refill. Now, that does come in handy. Because as a Death Knight, you give up 5% of your total HP every time you use a skill. At least, if you use them offensively. One spirit, 2 wisps, 2 spirits, and a mistake. And here is the Soul Keeper. Let's take care of the spirit guards and then take care of this Soul Keeper. The inn in town has been flooded with the spirits of the dead, and we put them in the ground. Now then, I think that will be enough for today. So, I will see you all next week.